Thank you for visiting A Father's Note with Lionel Nelson, promoting fathers through building men. We're on the topic of communication. We're doing a series here, in essence stating that about men don't talk, women don't listen. And on our last video, we talked about the different factors that can play a part in communication. As we pointed out, before we can talk about how to communicate, we must learn why we're communicating the way that we are right now. And if you want to know what those points are, I think I had pointed out several points. You need to go and see that video. But in this video, we're going to talk about the importance of teaching our children how to communicate. Now, I have about 4 points here I want to share with you. Number one of the things and believe me, all of these things that I have learned myself as a father. And number one of the first things that I had to learn to do, and that was you want to allow your children to talk so that they can learn how to communicate. In essence, let them express themselves. Allow them to express themselves as long as they do it respectfully. Now, my wife and I, we're very open to that. We're very strong components of this. As long as you come respectful and you have something to say to us, even if it's about something that you don't agree with, whether or not it's a statement or a comment that we said to you, or let's say a disciplinary action that we've taken, whether or not you agree with the fact, if you don't agree with it, or if you don't agree with what we've said, you can come talk to us. But when you come talk, you have to bring respect along with it. You can't come, oh, daddy, you mama. No, that's not going to work. I can tell you right now, and that won't end well. But if you come, Dad, may I have or Mom, may I have a moment with you? I'd like to talk with you about something you said or something that you did, and I'm bothered by it, and I'd like for you to know how I feel about it. Okay, of course, son. Of course, daughter. Just sit down. Let's talk about it. Allow them to express themselves. That's so important. You want to teach them now. Allow them to talk now as their children growing up, so that when they do get older and when they do get in this, even as they progress more in school, they know how to talk, they know how to communicate. And that's you allowing them to strengthen their vocabulary or to learn how to express themselves effectively. This is vitally important. Number two, as a parent, we must learn how to listen to our children. Okay. We must allow them we must feel free to engage in conversation with them. And one of the things that I want to point out when we're talking about learning how to listen to them, and is that you can't be watching TV, or let's say you may be on your computer doing some work or whatever, and your child comes to you and they have a complaint or they have an issue or something that they're dealing with in school or during that day. But you're so wrapped up in what you're doing that you're not listening to them. Now they're talking to you, you say, hey, daddy, and you respond, hey, dad, can I talk to you? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, and you're tell them to go ahead, but yet still you working or on your computer or your laptop, or still reading your book, or you still watching something on television while they're explaining to you. If you ask me, that's disrespectful to them. Because if you were addressing them, you would want them to give you their undivided attention. So it's important, if you want that respect from them, then it's important that you give that respect to them. Allow them, give them the attention. Listen to them. Stop what you're doing, give them your undivided attention, and let them talk. Let them talk. Okay, number three, when they begin to talk, one of the things that you don't want to do, because I was guilty of this at one time, you don't want to shut them down when they are attempting to express themselves. Let them complete their sentence. Let them complete their argument or their phrase, whatever it is that they want to say. Allow them to finish their point. You must do this. Even if you don't agree with what they're saying, even if you feel that they're out of place. Again, though, it's all based on, as long as they're doing it respectfully. Even if you feel that what they're saying is inaccurate or is untrue or they're misunderstanding, the best thing you can do is allow them to finish their point. Allow them to make their point. Don't cut them off. And I know as parents, we just can have a tendency, and I'm going back to the other one I was saying, learn how to listen. Okay, so here it is, you're working on your laptop or you're doing something that you really need to be in tuned in, and your child comes to you with an issue that they want to discuss with you, but because you're so short with them and they start talking, and you can already know where they're going or what have you, and you just shut them down. Hey, no, listen, that's not it. That's not even true. But hey, look, we got to talk some other time. And then you go on back to work. If you do that to them, you're going to shut them down. You're going to shut them down. And it's going to go to our next point that we want to make here is that you have to have an open door policy. And what we mean by that is that you want your child to know that they can come at any time. You're always available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, especially if they're living home with you. Boy, mine can call me. I have children that doesn't even live here. They have their own families, their own places. They can call me anytime. Hey, Pops, we need to talk. I need to seek your wisdom. And I'm open to that. I allow them to do that. You know what? Whatever I'm doing, I'm stopping what I'm doing. If it's something that I can stop at that time, in essence, it won't delay any other factor that needs to come in, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Hey, what's going on? What you need to talk about? What's on your mind? How can I help you? You want to give them that space. You want to make sure that you have an open door. You can't, if you close your door to your children wanting to talk to you, wanting to seek wisdom from you, they're going to get advice from someplace else. But what better place to get advice to, especially if you're really involved in your children's life? What better place for them to get advice from is you. You will want your advice, your wisdom, your point of view to be instilled in them. That way, you raising them up still. Even if they're out the house, you're still rearing them up. You're providing them with the wisdom that they need to make sure that they are good, effective, and positive citizens. And that is so important. You want them to display good character. And communications is a part of having good communication. Being able to communicate is a part of that experience, is a part of that character. It's a part of having good character. Okay, so that's all we have for right now as far as teaching our children how to communicate. Again, just to recap, you want to allow your children to talk, learn how to listen to them, don't shut them off, and have an open door policy. So if you like what I've said here, or you have some comments to what I've shared, the information I've shared here, please leave your comment in the comment section below. And while you're there, do like, subscribe, and share. And we certainly would appreciate it. And again, thank you for visiting A Father's Note, promoting fathers through building men. God bless.